Hey, what's going on, friends? This is Paul Hutchings with episode 12 of The Good Parts. And in today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you the only two ways that I know of to create success in a business from home. And specifically, I'm going to be speaking to affiliate marketing and or network marketing. Those are the two home-based businesses that I have really all of my experience in. So if you want to know what these two ways are, and also if you want to challenge me and say, Paul, you're wrong, I would love to invite you to tune in and pay attention to this episode. And like I put in the description, I think knowing this can create a lot of clarity. I know it does that for me. And one of the challenges with building a business from home, I've noticed, especially when you start to combine internet marketing with it, is it's really easy to slip into a space where it seems like there are so many different options that you can get stuck in paralysis. You know, what do they call it? Paralysis analysis, where there's like, I could go left, right, up, down, all around. What do I do? And that's not a good place to be in. So hopefully today's live can offer some clarity for anyone who might be in that spot now, or maybe even later, because things change over time. So before I get into the content, I did want to just do a quick intro of this show. This is a social media show that I do every day, Monday through Friday, right around 11 Eastern, AM, not PM, AM, on my social media profiles. And the goal is to share just one good part from my life and or business that hopefully can provide value to you, inspire you, educate you, entertain you sometimes, and help you to create prosperity, happiness, joy, all the good things that life has to offer. That's my intention with this show. So the good part, as I mentioned today, is just a quick little lesson. So this came about because I was having a conversation last week with, and I forgot, if you are joining me live or on the replay, comment below, because I got this cool little thingamajigger where I can show your name on the screen. Hey, good morning, Veronique. Good morning, Bill Fever. Good morning, Daniel. Danny, I think you go by Danny. Happy days to you. Antoine, that's Daphne. Hey, Daphne, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Gio says, Paul, you're wrong. Little sneak peek. I actually think there's a third way. So I'm going to talk about the third way too. So Gio, I think you're right. I am wrong with my title. And actually, that's one of the benefits of speaking is I once heard this great speaker. He's world famous. And he said that one of the things that he does when he goes to his events and he's speaking on stage is he's thinking through his thoughts as he speaks them out, and he's questioning them and challenging them. And he said that speaking is actually intimately intertwined with thinking. So that's another benefit, to creating content, is you learn to become a better thinker, both before your content and also while you're delivering the content. So that was a random side note. Bobby Raffin, or should I call you Sparky? What's up, Sparky? That's your nickname, right, Bobby? Jeff Topper here, Nick Romani here, Bill Rizlov here, Amy here. Whoa, look at all these amazing people. Robert Compton here, Minister Christian, Rita Joy, Danny Youngers. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Arnita Webb, it's good to see you. One other thing with the comments is if you're watching the replay, again, let me know who you are. And also, if there's anything I can do to help you, if you have a question that you would like me to do my best to answer, I would love to create some future content specifically for something that you might want me to create content. This guy's stuttering. Can he answer any questions? Yes, I think I still can, even though I stutter sometimes. But yeah, post those down below too, because I read all of the comments, and if I can help, that's what I really want to do. Okay, so the only two ways to create success in a home-based business. I was talking to my business partner last week, Mike. I was actually at a baseball game and we were chatting a little bit, and this topic came up. There's a well-known guru in the home business space who made a post about marketing. And he said, this was the post. He said, the reason I learned marketing was because I hated prospecting so much. And Mike screenshotted that and sent it over to me. And we had this fun little conversation where we were just going back and forth talking about it. And in that conversation, one of the ideas that bubbled up was, the truth is, if you're in a network marketing business or an affiliate marketing business, there really are only two ways, with maybe a third, to do this. Way number one is the traditional way that people have been doing for decades, and that is what some people like to call prospecting. Prospecting is not my favorite word. I've reframed that to connect and convert. Connect and convert. It's basically just where you talk to people, you connect with people, you ask questions, you find out where people are at, you give invitations. That's the traditional way to do it. I was on a training one time when I first got started on the internet, and this trainer was, I was living in a trailer house at the time, and we'd actually purchased this rental property. It was our very first investment, which didn't turn out to be good monetarily, but it was really good experientially. Is that a word? Experientially. But I remember I was in the driveway of this rental property because I'd been doing some work, and I was listening to this conference call. And this guy named Cedric, some of you guys have been around for a while. You might know Cedric. I know Mike does. But he said, "Where does money come from?" He posed this question to the audience on the conference call. And I pose a question to you guys, where does money come from? Would love to hear your thoughts on that. Yeah, connect and convert, traditional way. That's right, Daphne. Daphne is taking notes. My business partner, Mike, likes to call notes uncashed checks, because if you take notes, they're literally like uncashed checks. And if you take that note and you create a piece of content around it, you can cash that check and use it to grow an income with. So shout out to Daphne. Daphne hit it right off the bat. Man, what the heck? How did you know that answer? People. Money comes from people. See, there are so many smart answers to that question that are not people, like where does money come from? Ideas, paper, trees, vision, action. There's a lot of good ideas, right? But at the end of the day, this is the right answer. Money comes from people. So what this trainer was illustrating was that if you want to get money, sell a product, sell a service, people is where it comes from. People is where it comes from. So the connect and convert, or the prospecting, having conversations, that's a way to talk to people, AKA the source of money, where money comes from. Right now, like today, you can talk to people, and if you know what you're doing, this is a legitimate, relatively quick way to have success in a home-based business. So that's way number one. Now going to way number two, and this guru said, I hated doing that. I hated prospecting, and hey, I can relate. I think we all can relate. I think a lot of prospecting depends on how you do it, what's your intention behind it. Are you finding joy in the process along the way, other than did I get a sale or not? All of these things can have an impact on, whether you hate it or love it. But I can relate to not enjoying it. I've talked to a lot of people over the years, and so this marketing guru said, I learned marketing so I didn't have to do prospecting anymore. And that's way number two, marketing. So marketing is simply where you create some kind of content or advertisement or sales message that's encapsulated in a digital piece of real estate, whether that's a YouTube video or a Facebook post or an ad, and you get this attractive message out there that people see, and then they come from your marketing to find you. And so a lot of times what the benefit with marketing is that by the time people get to you, they're all of them are just ready to join. They'll join, or maybe they'll reach out and say, hey, I want to ask a couple of questions, and then you'll, answer the questions, and then they join. So marketing is attractive, right? Because it eliminates so much sorting and sifting on the front end. The challenge with marketing is it does take skill. Like it's not, it's not like push button easy, like a lot of the people on the internet like to make it seem. They're like, oh, let me just teach you marketing and it'll be the magic thing to solve all your problems. No, as Jim Rohn would say, no. Yes, it's powerful. Yes, it's amazing. Yes, it's attractive. And with all of those great benefits comes the price you have to pay to be able to do it well, which involves work. It involves humility, which is teachability. It involves learning, training, being willing to try and fail and readjust and edit headlines and edit messages and on and on and on and on. It never ends. I'm still learning marketing, right? I think that's a smart thing to do. But that's the second way, right? That's the second way. So you've got, and I got some cool peeps tuning in. Geo says the people pull it from the trees where it grows. Ace and Rich, hey, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Daphne says marketing. That note number 2, uncashed check number 2. That's right, Daphne. Ace Rich says true. Nick says transparency is a big one. Absolutely. Sacrifice. Absolutely. Always be a student. Absolutely. So those are the two ways. And the reason that I was inspired to talk about this today is here's why. Both marketing and prospecting have their pros and they have their cons. And what I've noticed is that sometimes people will come to marketing because I don't want to talk to people. I hate talking to people. And they come to marketing and they think marketing is going to solve that problem for them. And then they learn a little bit about marketing and they're like, I don't want to make a video. I'm scared to make a video. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, well, you're dead in the water, man. You got no path forward. You got to pick one. If you're not going to do marketing and you're not going to do prospecting, there's no money to be made because that's where the money comes from. Marketing gathers people. Prospecting gathers people. Money comes from people. So we have to do one or the other, or we can choose the third option. There is another way, right? And the other way is not mysterious. It's just a combination of the two, which I'm a fan of. I've done a combination of the two for so long now that I still do it. I'm still cool with connecting with people over my years in this business. I really have come to love people for the most part. And here's what's cool. Here's another cool thing about maybe considering doing both is I've noticed that some of my best content comes from the conversations I'm having with people where I'll learn something or something interesting will happen or somebody will join. Like yesterday, somebody joined. Shout out to Ashley. She got started yesterday with me based on these lives, this Good Parts show that I've been doing for 12 days. This is my 12th day. And she joined. So that's exciting, right? And I can talk about that now in my marketing. So they can kind of feed into each other if you want to do both, but you don't have to do both. What you do have to do if you want to make money from home is you have to do at least one of them, unless you're just in it for other reasons. And that's another thing to realize about building a business from home that I've noticed is that people join home businesses for all sorts of reasons. Vashti says you have to be willing to try and fail. Yeah. And do it a lot and keep doing it a lot. Right. Last thing I'll say, and I'll close out, is that I've noticed that people join home businesses for a lot of different reasons. Some people join to make money. Some people join to learn. Some people join for community. Some people join for, like think about this. If you're working a job that you don't like, and maybe even on top of that, maybe you have a family situation that's frustrating, and think about the magic of just having a dream inserted into that equation to where you've got some of these things filling up your life that are not bringing you complete happiness, but then you join a home business and now you've got a dream. That's pretty powerful, even if you're not doing marketing or prospecting, but you just have the dream of something potentially better waiting for you in the future. That's another reason that someone might, be in a home-based business. So I try to remember that in all of my activities and do the best that I can to create a fun, comfortable, exciting place for everyone who gets started, regardless of their reasons. So that was the message today, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for all of the interaction. Tina says, be the student and the teacher. Yes. And, I think that's just the truth about life. If we want to look for the truth about it, is that we're all students and teachers at the same time. And if we're humble, we do both of those. We play both of those roles much better. So, I do want to give you an invitation, and that is if you have received value from this experience with me here on The Good Parts, I'd love to invite you to follow me on social media. As I mentioned, I do these every day, so you can be notified of my future lives. If you want to make sure that you get them, I would love to invite you to subscribe to my email list. And check this out. I made this super cool page thanks to some inspiration from a friend of mine, Amy Star Allen. And I want to show this to you guys. It's I think I have a little cool banner here. So if you go to paulhutchings.net/gifts, I might have to change that because every time I say that, I think of gifts, like the funny little cartoon pictures that people do. But I want to show you this page that I made, and a shout out to Amy for inspiring this. This is what they call a links page. So if you come to this page, I'm calling it a treasure trove, because if you come to this page, it's like you're going to be on a treasure hunt, and there are like pieces of gold for you to find, and you can pick and choose which pieces of gold you want to pick up. I've got this really cool online recruiting secrets training for people in network marketing. I've got this Grow Rich Mastermind collection, which is fantastic. I've got a way to grow residual income online with me, and you can check that out. And I've got a couple other things. So if you click on any one of those buttons, it'll take you to a capture page that has a little form that looks like that. And you can put your name and email in, and you will be subscribed to my email list, and be sure to get these episodes in the future. So those are my calls to action. Visit that website, paulhutchings.net/GIFTS, if you want to pick up a little treasure and stay in communication with me. And last call to action is join the Good Parts Challenge. If you're not building an audience, would love to encourage you to do something live on a consistent basis, weekly, daily, doesn't matter. Do something live. It can be super easy, where you just share one good thing and invite people to go on a journey with you, which is what I'm inviting people to do with this Good Parts Challenge. So that's it, guys. I'm going to tune out. Thanks again, everybody, and make it a great day. Always go for your dreams, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's episode of The Good Parts with Paul Hutchings. Take care, and bye for now.